What's going on, first grades? Mr. Hunter here. I'm here with your first grade phonics and language review work today. You guys have been doing really good with everything. Haven't had any questions, so that means I know you guys are understanding, you guys are getting it. What you're going to need today, again, is your pencil, sheet of paper. You're going to need your worksheet packet, and the sheet of paper is just so we can do some review. We were talking about nouns yesterday. We're going to continue to talk about that. We're going to be talking about plural nouns, okay? Remember yesterday, we had nouns that end in X, the letter X, S, CH, or SH. They become plural by adding a ES. So when you see any of these words or any word that ends with these letters or these endings, you're going to add an ES to make it plural. If you understand that, great. If you don't, that's why you're here today. That's why we're going to get some work in. All right. Your worksheet you're going to need is pages 10 and 11. And that's what we're going to start off with just in a second here. But first, actually, we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're going to start here. So you have a plural noun. A plural noun means more than one person, more than one place, or more than one thing. And pretty much you can make any noun plural by adding the letter S. But these letters, okay, so any letter in the alphabet, you can make plural by just adding an S onto it. But what you do with these letters is you're going to have to add an ES. So instead of kids, kids is with a D at the end of it. So you say kids, that's more than one kid. But if I say a fox, if there's more than one fox, there are foxes. And we had to add an E in the S. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's look at these words. It says bush, mix, batch, light, pencil, toss, bead, and tiger. Okay, so those are our words today. Right, it says that we're going to have to add an S to some of them to make them plural. The other words, we're going to have to add an ES. So which words do we add an S to? Which words do we add an ES to? So the words that don't have these endings, that's what we're going to add an S to. So let's look at them. Okay, so which word does not have an X at the end? So this is a SH. Oh, bush. Bush has an SH. So what do we do if a word has an SH at the end? We make it plural by adding ES. So on your sheet of paper that you have your name and your date on, what are you going to do? You're going to take the word bush. You're going to go over here to your column. You're going to write B-U-S-H. All right. That's going to give you the letter or the word bush. But then what do we do to make it plural? We have to add the E and the S. Do we add the E and S all the way out here? No, we add it right next to the word. So now it becomes one word. And that is our word bushes. Okay, so we've got that off the list. We can cross that out like that. All right, the next word, mix. Oh man, mix has a X at the end. So what do we do for that word? We add an E and an X. So where do we write it? We write it in this column. So we had M. All right, we're gonna write M, sorry. Then we put an I, X, and then what do we add? We add the E and the S. It says it right there for our column. So we're gonna have the E and the S. So that now becomes mixes. What do you do when you're mixing something? Mixing up a batch of brownies, right? Mixing some cake mix, right? I'm saying all these things because I love some desserts. I might actually make some brownies tonight. So that might be perfecto. All right, so we got that one. So let's cross this one out. All right. So we have mix. Now we have batch. Wow, I think that is a word that ends with B-A-T. Oh, C-H, right? C-H. So where does it go? It goes in our add ES column. This column is not getting any love. It's totally blank. All right, so we're going to write batch right here. Then we got that. And then what do we add? We add the E and the S. So that's going to be batches. All right, so that's great. All right, so now we can cross that out. So now we have the word light. Wait a minute. Light ends with T, ends with HT. Do we have that up there? No. So how do we make light plural? We just add an S. It's simple for that one. So all we have to do is write it over here. So we're going to write light. And then what do we do to it? We just add the S. So it's going to be lights. I love looking at the Christmas lights around Christmas season, right? All right. Next word is pencil. Oh, pencil. Okay. So pencil, does it have any of these endings? Does it end in X? Does it end in S, CH, or SH? No, it doesn't. So what do? We just put it over here. And we're going to add a simple S. So we have pencils. So when you have more than one pencil, you have pencils. All right, pretty cool. All right, so we're catching back up in the S column. The ES is, watch out, we got to cross that out, right? Now we have toss. Okay, so this might be different because I see two S's at the end. So if I were to add a third S to that, that'd be like toss. Everybody do that like a snake. Toss. Is that right? No, it's not right. What are we going to do? We have to put it over here because it ends in an S. We're going to put it in the ES category. So we write the word toss, and then we're going to add ES. How many S's are there? There's 3 S's in tosses. He tosses the ball to his friend. All right, that's pretty good. And now we're down to our last 2. But guys, if we look over here, right? Oh, my marker's not cutting it out. There we go. If we look over here, this row is full. So what do we know? I think these last 2 are going to go on this side. So what do we do? Bead. You know what a bead means? Like to bead and put them together? You guys should know that, right? Eliana, you know? Yeah, so bead. We're going to put beads. So you have lots of beads to play with. Right, the beads and S. And then the last one, tiger. If you go to the zoo, you're going to go see lions and all types of animals. And if you see a tiger, it's usually going to be in a place where there's more than one tiger. And more than one tiger is what we call plural noun, which would make this tiger. So you see tigers at the zoo, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, where is that from? Does anybody know where that's from? Has anybody seen The Wizard of Oz? Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Oh man, if you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz, hopefully you'll be able to watch it one day. It's an amazing movie. It's a classic. All right, so we're gonna write tigers right here. All right, and we put tiger, then we add our S, then we cross that out. So that is how you add the S or the ES to your nouns to make them plural. Okay, now turn your attention to your worksheet. Dun, 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 dun. All right, your worksheet today, you're going to be on pages 10 and 11. All right, and pretty much what you're doing today, we're working with the letter formation of the letter G. Okay, G. You start with a C, and then you go down and touch and curve. All right, so you start with a C, and then you go down and touch and curve. How does that look like? Well, for G, it's like you're starting with a C, but then you go down and you touch and curve. All right, so everybody see that? You start with a C, go up, touch down, and curve. So that is how you make the letter G. You're going to practice writing the G at the top where it asks you to do that nice and neatly, get your formations right. Then you're going to go down, you're going to color these pictures that start with the letter G. So I see a few things in there, a few animals. Now, when you're going down to the blanks, just like yesterday, what letters did we do yesterday? Well, we did ending sounds with and U and G. Then we did the sounds with the letter D. So that's what the letter was yesterday. Today, you're going to be writing the word gate. You're going to be writing the word glue. You're going to be writing the word glass, grapes, and then you're going to trace, will you be good? I think that's an excellent question. Will you be good? Will you be good for your mom and dad? Will you be good for Mr. Hunter? I really hope so. So you're going to trace that, but make sure you're following along the pattern. What are we working on? The 3 keys. Working on writing neatly, within the space completely, so you're not writing big letters and outside the box. And then you're going to write on the line to make sure it all fits at once, all right? Teaching you how to write the words correctly and nice and small so that as you grow, get in the 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, you're going to be able to write on all the lines very neatly, very nicely, have awesome penmanship. When people talk to you or teachers say something about you, they're going to say, Dylan, I love reading your work because there's great penmanship. Jeremiah, Sam, oh my goodness, you guys have beautiful handwriting. Eliana, your handwriting is amazing. Where did you learn to do this? And then you guys can, Jeremiah, you can tell them that Mr. Hunter gave you all the tools to write. Dylan, you can tell them that, hey, Mr. Hunter, my favorite teacher of all time. Eliana, Sam, you guys are going to say the best teacher in the world, Mr. Hunter. He's the one that gave us the directions of how to do that. Okay, you guys can do that for me? All right. Now, when you go down to page 11, there's going to be a word box at the top. You have the words 3, 4, 1, 2, 6, and 5. Your job is you have to match them with the number box that they're in and then write it correctly in the box it's supposed to be in. Again, writing neatly, precisely. You can color the numbers if you'd like to, but that's something you're going to do. And then tomorrow, we're going to move to the letter Q. So that's going to be a lot of fun, all right? If you guys have any questions, as always, let me know. We're going to do some more work with some nouns and verbs and past tense verbs. We got some work coming up with consonants and contractions. Guys, we're near the end of the year. This is the last quarter. We got to finish strong, all right? Show me your muscles. Say, finish strong. All right, finish strong. I'll see you tomorrow.